The backup camera has really poor resolution. I mean, it's like a camera phone from the late 2000s. Hi, hello, and good afternoon, and welcome to the 2016 Jaguar XF 30D. So this is an exciting car because this is the second generation of the Jaguar XF, which competes with the BMW 5 Series, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the Audi A6, and so far I am really liking this car and I'm really impressed. That might be because of this car's engine. I don't know if the camera's catching that. But this has the 3-liter V6 out of the Range Rover Sport and the big Range Rover. In this application it produces 300 horsepower, and in this application it is much more refined actually than I remember it being in the Range Rover Sport, where frankly it was really noisy and you could really feel the vibrations. But in this application thus far it is feeling really nice. And of course this is a much lighter car than a Range Rover Sport. I don't have the specs, but I can imagine it is a few hundred kilos lighter, meaning that it has much less weight to pull around. So one of this car's strong suits is its interior, and this interior is, well, in photos it doesn't look that good, but in person it is really nice. I mean, it just looks much more special than the Audi A6 and feels much more special, and looks and feels much more special than a BMW 5 Series. The new E-Class, well, that's not out yet, but I would imagine that that interior is quite nice. And of course the new Volvo S90, which carries over much of the design from the XC90, is a interior that I'm really looking forward to. But so far this interior is a really nice interior. And finally guys, finally, as you can see behind me and around here, this is not a black interior. This is a light beige interior with brown on the doors and brown on the dashboard, and even the steering wheel is brown. And it doesn't have a panoramic sunroof. It has a big glass sunroof that you can, yeah, it can open. So if you see above me there, it is opening. And no, it doesn't go further back, but it's a really nice feature on this car. So here we have the 3-liter diesel, 300 horsepower V6. And it pulls really strong, and it has a really pleasant sound. Yeah, that's a really nice sound. So this car has really nice refinement, and the 3-liter diesel makes this car really refined. It's really quiet. This is on studless winter tires, so those types of tires will be even more quiet than summer tires. And pleasantly surprised, I had no expectations. But that's usually when you really like stuff, is when you don't have expectations of it being good or bad. But one thing I have to point out is the pedal placement is really strange. This has it doesn't have a floor-mounted gas pedal, which is weird in a luxury car. It's hanging like in a cheaper car, and it's not all the way to the right, it's a little centered, so it's really easy to actually press the gas pedal when pressing the brake pedal, which is, the brake pedal is actually like almost offset to the left of the steering wheel, which is just weird. So we're in downtown Oslo now, and they don't have the best pavement or asphalt, and these speed bumps are really not that well made, so meaning they are really bumpy and edgy and jaggedy. But this car has really nice suspension. It is on, I believe it is on steel springs, so no air suspension here, no adaptive suspension. I might be wrong, but it doesn't feel adaptive at all. And going through the drive modes here, it doesn't seem like it does anything to the suspension. That being said, it does have a really nice ride. It's not as nice as, for example, the XC90 or a Range Rover Sport or a Porsche Cayenne on air suspension, but being steel springs in a sedan or a saloon with normal ride height, it is actually really, really nice and much more and more comfortable than I remember the 5 Series being, which is the last car in this class I drove in recent memory. So I've been driving this car for a little while now, and in the beginning I got a very good impression, and I still have a very good impression. This is a car I very much like, but there are a few things that are a few quirks, things that you don't expect in a car like this, and that is the hard plastics on the center console. Lower door parts here have hard plastics. That's not to be expected at this price point. And the backup camera has really poor resolution. I mean, it's like a camera phone from the late 2000s. It's that bad. Other things is the shifter here is like a toggle wheel or a scroll wheel, not a scroll wheel, a toggle wheel, which seems to work perfectly fine, but the gearbox is a little slow to respond from reverse and drive and park. The gearbox on the XC90 is really quick to respond. When I put it in drive or reverse, it's there right away, but here there is a delay, so I find myself when going from reverse to drive and wanting to, you know, get out of the way quickly, I'll press the gas and there's like a half a second delay, so the revs build and then the drive kicks in, giving a not an elegant takeoff. So all in all, guys, the Jaguar XF, and in this guise the 3-liter diesel or the 30D with 300 horsepower, is a really impressive car. If you're in the market for something in this price range, this class, I would highly recommend you guys to check out the Jaguar XF, because it is as good as the 5 Series, the old E-Class at least, and the Audi A6, but it gives you something that those cars don't give you, at least here in this market, and it makes you feel a little special, because Jaguars aren't the most common cars, and the new XF most definitely isn't. E-Classes in Europe are a dime a dozen. I mean, they're used as taxi cabs in most countries, and especially here in Oslo, 9 out of 10 E-Classes are taxis. BMW 5 Series are also really, really common, and so are Audi A6s. This car, the Jaguar XF, is a little special, and a car that sticks out a little from the crowd, but in a positive way. It has really nice exterior styling. The interior is really nice, and except from a few quirks here with low quality materials, the interior is really nice. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, my quick drive here on the 2016 Jaguar XF 30D. And if you did like this video, please click the like button in the description below. And for more car content, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.